Okay, so we get to the rhyme scheme of the poem. Now, the rhyme scheme of the Tyger really is very, very simple. Remember, to work out the rhyme scheme, we're just rhyming the final word of each line. So we've got bright and night, I and symmetry. Now we read it as symmetry to force it to rhyme with the word I to allow the rhyme scheme to really function successfully. Also remember, in Blake's day, these sorts of words would have been said differently. They didn't speak in exactly the same way that we necessarily do nowadays. Even think about my accent being Scottish, I sound very different to an English person who would read it. So we've got bright and night, I and symmetry. In the second stanza we've got skies, eyes, aspire and fire. Therefore, really simply, A, A, B, B. Okay, skies doesn't rhyme with anything else, so C, C, D, D. Bright and night rhymes, so we give it the letter A. I and symmetry rhyme, we give it the letter B. Skies doesn't rhyme with anything that we've seen before, so it's C, as is eyes, and aspire and fire are D's. So, very simply, because it's so rhythmic and it's all the same kind of pattern all the way through, we simply say that it's got an AABB rhyme scheme. Now this rhyme scheme, a little bit like a song, it adds to this chant-like quality of the poem. As we've been saying, it's almost as if he's trying to evoke the spirit or the creator of this tiger. And the rhyming, coupled with the form and metre of the poem, just allow that chant-like quality to really come through. So on to form and metre. Many people find this the most difficult part of poetry. I'm going to create another video that's going to explain it to you in more depth, but hopefully this will give you a better understanding of the form and metre, certainly of the Tyger. So, the form and metre, it is mostly trochaic, a stressed syllable followed by an unstressed syllable. Tiger, tiger, burning, bright. Stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. The stress at the end is an extra one. You could argue he used the trochaic rather than the iambic rhythm to explore another way of doing things. Lots of poems you will study are written in iambic pentameter, favoured by Shakespeare, of course, of all people. What Blake is doing here is he's decided to utilise the trochaic style. Perhaps again, just another reflection of him being against the normal way of doing things. He's exploring another way of doing things. Just like he's exploring who could have created such a beast as the tiger, he's looking to show his rebellious side by using the another style of form and metre to it. He's using trochaic instead of iambic. There's 6 quatrains of rhyming couplets. A quatrain is a big posh fancy word for simply a stanza that has 4 lines in it. A quatrain of rhyming couplets being the AA, BB and so on. You could argue that the rhyming couplets mixed with the form and metre of it really echoes the steady sound of a smith working metal, the doo-doo, 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 doo-doo sound. And the rhyme scheme also helps to create that. Okay, let me show you then. Tiger, tiger, burning bright, in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Stressed, unstressed, all the way through. Now we group these together into what we call feet, and I'm going to show you a little bit more here. We can see that both stanzas, first stanza and the second, have very similar form and metre. This is what makes it so rhythmic and helps it be so chant-like. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? Stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed. These extra stressed syllables at the end of the lines, we don't worry about it. We round down in poetry when we're trying to find out the metre, which I'm going to go on and explain. You call these extra syllables at the end catalexis, okay? And again, it's a good technical word to be able to use within your essays. Let me explain in a little bit more depth. So, a foot contains one stressed and at least one unstressed syllable within it, okay? There are other variations, but a foot contains at least one stressed and one unstressed syllable. A stressed syllable followed by an unstressed syllable is called a trochee, which makes it trochaic, just like an iamb makes it iambic. So these trochees make it trochaic. There are 1, 2, 3 of those groups together, so you group them together, the 3 of them plus the catalexis at the end. These 3 feet, a feet is what we call the pairing of the stressed followed by unstressed, or unstressed followed by stressed. But this feet, there's 3 of them in a line, so it's called a trimeter. Therefore, the form and meter of the poem is trochaic trimeter. Trochaic trimeter, with the catalexis at the end. But we call it trochaic trimeter. And this is the form and meter of the poem. And it's consistent because it runs all the way through. Okay, the themes. What themes are here? Within your poem and within your essay, you've got to be explaining the themes. So, the themes that we see present in The Tyger are religion, the awe and amazement of this tiger and the creator, and also literature, art and writing. Let me explain. He's questioning God. Questioning God was something rarely ever done in Blake's day. The church held great authority over the land. People wouldn't question God. Blake did all throughout his career, and especially within this poem. So religion's a theme. Remember, a theme is something, an idea which is repeated throughout the poem. So religion is certainly a theme. He challenges who could have created this beast, God or something else, the devil more than likely. The idea of awe and amazement. As we said, the sublime. This is something big, scary and terrifying. Something which humans couldn't comprehend, couldn't understand, couldn't get their heads around. Yet it was still amazing to them. And that's what this idea of the sublime is. So God, the devil, the creator of this tiger is the sublime. We see Blake wrestling with who could have created it all throughout the poem. And finally, we see literature, art and writing as a theme. Again, he's self-consciously writing about the writing process, about drawing, but about the writing process. Specifically, visionary poetry, which communicates deep truths to ourselves as humans. He's writing about the writing process. He's actually admitting it's difficult to write about such a difficult subject, and even more difficult for him to frame this argument in poetry. This is why he doesn't offer us an answer. It's very self-reflective. He's self-conscious that he's also a creator, but he's really not offering us an answer because he's, through the theme of literature, art and writing, he's admitting he has no answer. It's such a big, complex idea. He can't begin to really come to a conclusion himself and to be able to write it. So he's kind of looking at the difficulties of writing this sort of poem as well. Okay, the symbols in the poem. What symbols are there? Well, we see first of all the tiger being a symbol, absolutely. Body parts being symbolic as well, and fire. With the tiger, the symbol of the tiger symbolizes the fierce force within the human soul. We can look at it this way, it's awe and jealousy. Perhaps Blake wishes he was as strong and powerful and dangerous as the tiger. It represents the ferocity within human soul. That's what the tiger in this poem is a symbol of. It's also a symbol of inspiration, both artistic creation and it's mysterious, it's powerful. We also see humanity's rebellious side. It will rise against the established rules and conventions. A little bit like Blake himself supporting the American and French revolutions. So even questioning who could have created this, questioning God. The tiger represents this as well. It doesn't follow anyone else's rules. It's the apex predator of the forest, of the jungle. It does what it wants. And perhaps that's something that sometimes we lack the confidence to do as humans. Perhaps especially nowadays. Body parts, hands, not paws, eyes, shoulders, feet and heart are all mentioned. Provides us with snapshots of the body and it increases the mysteriousness. We're only seeing part by part by part of the tiger through the poem, almost as if it's being revealed to us. And as I said, it has this kind of Frankenstein kind of quality to it as well. It also connects the tiger to humans, so it allows this connection between our rebellious side and also the fact that we also have quite a lot of these shoulders, the feet, the heart. We share a lot of these characteristics. So again, emphasizing our connection, perhaps man's lost connection, especially modern day, to nature. And this is what he's trying to emphasize. The body parts symbolize the connection between humanity and the tiger, and also therefore the creator as well, as we're asked about as we're told about the creator having hands and feet. And fire. It's an extended metaphor which runs throughout the poem. It's otherworldly, it's not from this world, and there's a connection to hell. The way he connects it to humans is by having the analogy of the blacksmith and creating all his different items and the different tools that he creates through the use of metal. The hard work, the delicacy, but also everything is forged in the fire. A little bit perhaps like the devil. Now, we've also got the fire of the furnace is the tool for creation. Just like the furnace helps the blacksmith to create tools and work metal, the fire within this poem, metaphorically, has helped to create the tiger. Now, if the fires help to create the tiger, you could argue there's a closer link to the devil there, but I'll let you decide. It's a source of energy. The tiger's full of it to be able to be burning bright, okay? Fire is a source of energy. We use it for all sorts of different things. When we're burning it, energy is obviously taking place. And that this tiger is full of this fire. It's full of the danger. It's full of the ferocity. The tiger is burning bright.